always were stunned by the messages conveyed in her words. Always were surprised by the novelty in her knowledge.
Libra, what was your inspiration for the book?
Well, I was inspired to write this book by the concept of justice. So my book Themis, it's actually named after the Greek goddess of justice. Well, when our first few civilizations were born, we were awed by her light, the light of justice. And in order to grasp those fleeting lights, we built laws, ethics, and the government, and all sorts of conventions. Our entire civilization was constructed based on our pursuit of it. But I should say that when these tools again becomes the shackles that blind us from her light, we shall not hesitate to tear them down.
This is what we should do. For 10 years, the drug lords have infiltrated our government, stomped on our justice, and killed our people with their lynches. What the government fails to do is what we must do ourselves. We cannot let this happen again with the case of the thief.
Well, what should we do?
Well, death to the murderer, of course. But we cannot do that yet. We must get more support. A demonstration. Yes, a demonstration. That would definitely get their attention. Yes.
Can you lower your voice? Whatever you are talking about. I can't hear the television.
This is far more important than stupid television. We're talking about justice here.
What?
That case a few months ago. That thief from the drug cartel stole money from a family who just loaned from the bank to support their son to go to university. All three of them, father, mother, and son, committed suicide. After the police ignored the case, as for the thief, he was only charged with stealing and will be let out in a few weeks.
And what will you do about it? Resurrect the dead?
This is no joke. The government, the law, the court, they cannot uphold justice. We will bring justice.
Nonsense. You get all your information from the news and the gossip. How much do you really know about the case? You do not understand the laws either. Listen, leave these things to the professional. I will hear no more of these things. Do you understand?
For God's sake, yes, ma'am.
Did you check the news today?
First day after the book launch. Don't dare to. Especially since this is a book I have poured so much of my heart into.
Well, you know, the company's very happy about this. Also, your speech last night went viral all over the internet. We received more than 10,000 early orders overnight. The publicity department is throwing a party.
I know they'll like it. What's that video clip about?
You say that justice can go against the government. Extremely popular with the younger generations.
Oh.
Perfect timing, I'll say. Matches perfectly with that case going on.
That family suicide case. Turns out it's not the first time that family has experienced this kind of thing. They had their money stolen a few months before, and the police never tracked the thief down. Then, they had to mortgage their house to pay for their son's tuition, but the money was once again stolen. In this period, the three family members committed suicide, their son included. And that thief, Frank, they're letting him out next week. They say he's a member of the drug cartel and that he stole the money on the cartel's orders. The public, has suffered enough in all these years. What you said yesterday just set fire to hay. They see this case as their declaration of war on the drug cartel. If justice is not upheld, there will be blood.
Well, what justice do they want?
That's of the thief.
Death penalty for stealing? He does not deserve it.
Listen, Libra, it does not matter if he deserves this or not. His death is going to be the demonstration of the people's rage. This is his fate.
This is far from the justice I proposed.
Well, it does sound so to the ears of the audience. Libra, don't tell
We need to take it back.
Libra, are you out of your mind? Standing against this crowd of people during this moment? What good does it do for you?
But Frank, he's innocent of murder. And what they are saying, it's not the justice I proposed. Not in my book nor in my speech. It's sheer craziness.
You know what? They will find the meaning of justice after reading your book. It's not your business to interfere. And it's too dangerous.
No. Karen, can't you see? Do you assume that they would still have the attention to read my book when they're brewing murder? I just need something quick. A public statement to clarify my position, maybe. At least ensure that nobody gets hurt.
Fine. I'll talk with the publicity department about this. At least they're the professionals in this. Just don't worry, alright?
Join the demonstration, okay? Man, help us eradicate injustice. Join our demonstration next Friday, okay? Thank you.
Hey, did you see this?
Justice free to the interpretation of the individual, and the ideal of justice is what we have yearned for in the past, and will continue to strive into the future. Justice must prevail.
prevail.
May Themis be with you
always.
Is it not making things worse? And I don't think that that's what I conveyed.
The publicity department published it before I could get it to you.
We need to delete it. Or at least do something to fix it. It's completely wrong.
I don't think we can. Maybe things will cool down if we give it more time. Okay, a reporter friend has just called me. It seems like the last statement has only made the crowd more fanatic about this. I'll have to talk with the publicity department about this. I understand that they want to sell more copies, but they can't just do this, especially against the will of the authors.
Karen,
Yes?
what if they really killed Frank because of this? Because of what they think I said?
Who are you?
Sorry. It wasn't my intent.
Well, you're that author, Libra, aren't you? Why are you here?
I did not mean to harm you. But they took my words out of context and used it for their own frenzy. They want to kill you, Frank. For something that you did not do, and I tried to stop them, but I couldn't, Frank. I couldn't.
You have nothing to do with all of this. Authors write what they want to write, and people do what they want to do. But it is I who have caused the death, and I will pay for what I have
You
done.
are not responsible for their deaths. Not by the law.
Yes, by the law. Our law does nothing, Libra, even here. How many of these officers took money from the drug cartel in the last month? Do you know? You don't, do you? But I do. They did not even bother to hide it before the prisoners. That's how bad it is, Libra. That's how bad it is. The law. What good is the law? You have no idea, Libra. You have no idea how I ended up here, do you? You have no idea how many of the prisoners here have ended up here. What crimes the drug cartel have done. They kill, Libra. They kill slowly. It's fine if you did not take their drugs. They will always find a way to kill you. First, they beat you up on the street. Then it's your family, your friends. Even going to the hospital is a gamble. And forget about the police. They kill the hope in you, Libra. The hope. Soon, the next thing you know, you are begging on your knees before them. You plead them to give you something to do, to make you one of them, so that you, your family, your friends, don't have to suffer anymore. If you didn't do the thing clean enough, or they don't like you, you end up here. That is how bad it is.
That family? It's not your fault. You said so yourself. The drug cartel, they are the ones to blame.
They are the ones to blame, yes. But it was I who cowered before their power. I've hurt innocent people. I killed their hope. What difference do I have with the drug cartel?
There is a difference. There must be a difference.
Yes, a difference. I have the opportunity to make a redemption, and I thank you for that, Libra, and thank you with this sin soul of mine. You don't know how happy I am now that they call for my death. They see me as part of the drug cartel, a symbol. My death by their hands will be the first call against the cartel. The people would have the courage to fight. They will kill this filth of a society and bring the light of Themis, of justice, to our lives again. Our children will not have to be scared by the drugged skeletons haunting the streets. Our parents will not have to check every piece of candy the children brought home on Halloween to see if there are any drugs hidden in them. Our people will not have to live the despairing life of the family I have killed, all those prisoners wasting their lives here. Justice will prevail. Justice must prevail.
But your death, how is that justice?
The court is not corrupted yet. That is why I'm still speaking to you. But there are already things that they cannot do, I'm afraid. That is also why I'm here speaking to you. I want to live. I want to live too. How could I not to? But if my death can stop the court, the society, from corrupting even more, if my death brings justice to the society, is that not justice in itself?
Unexpected guest.
Who are you?
Does it matter?
At this time, this place, you're either from the government or the drug cartel. What do you want?
You're smarter than you seem, Ryder. I want your voice. I want you to shut them up. You have caused enough trouble.
Is it me who caused the trouble? Where were you when the people were suffering? And where were you when the people demanded justice? Now you're hoisted up by your own petard. You accuse me of its cause. You should have foreseen it from the beginning.
Yes, we did. Frank will die exactly on the day he is released. People need catharsis, and catharsis they should have when they have rioted, slaughtered, and celebrated victory. It will disappear like a drop in the ocean.
You have underestimated their rage. Inevitably, you are going to die in their hands too.
Perhaps, but that time is not now. It is you who should worry more about your future. Hear me out, dear lady. Your best option now, get a plane ticket, leave this frenzy. When it all cools down, come back and retain your status as the most beloved right of our country.
All my life, people have told me to shut up. But I never stayed silent. And I never will. What is wrong must be corrected.
Right or wrong, wrong or right, who can tell? Sacrifice Frank as a tribute to justice, then wage war against us. Is that not righteousness? I do not pretend that your justice, that our hands are clean. Save Frank for your justice and lose the favor of the crowd. Watch them descend into utter destruction. Then aren't you the great evil who is obstructing true justice to our country? Tell Tell me then, what is it that you want?
The right end. And it must be achieved with the right means. The people, they lack the means. And you lack both.
Oh, Libra. What if justice cannot be achieved by the right means? What if the destination that you're leading them into is fundamentally wrong? The moment you realize that the periphery of your eyes are the prison of your mind, what would end?
Stop justifying your crimes. I can tell from your speech that you have received the finest education. Why use it against the people? Why kill the unfortunate and reap their wealth? You are no different from the bandits. And it is because of people like you that Rome is in ruins. But I still have the faith that this is where we break the cycle.
You are a good writer, Libra. You are very good at your craft. But what do you really know outside the tower?
Do we still have to ban her book?
No, there's no need. Other people, perhaps her friends or colleagues, will ban it for us.
Do we have to...
Listen, I did not mean to...
Didn't mean to what? What were you thinking, Libra? Are you out of your mind? Do you know what consequences you're bringing to this company? I mean, you're literally insane.
I had to clarify my stances. I mean, how could you let this go on like this?
Clarify. Always to clarify. You're a writer, Libra. Have you read what you've written? Killing Frank is not an act of justice. Justice is not upheld through merciless, brutal acts of revenge that seek to bring the offender as much pain, or even more, as the victim through unlawful ends. Those who desire to bring the responsibility to judge upon their own shoulders are not driven by their desire for justice, but rather by their desire for power to rule above others. Are you a writer? I mean, you can't even seem to control the power of your words.
I don't want them to be on the wrong course for justice. And what I've written in my book...
Your book? Now you're thinking about your book. I mean... I can't believe you, Libra. We don't even need you here, okay? We're not gonna publish your book. I've talked to Karen, and Karen, will be giving you the contract termination agreement.
You can't just...
Can't what? Do you know what they call you around here? The traitor, the drug cartel's dog? I mean, we don't need you here. We don't need you to ruin our reputation. We don't need you to destroy what we built, okay? We need you out of here as soon as possible.
Oh, hi, Karen. Here is Libra's contract termination agreement. I think it's good for you to take a look at.
But you can't just fire her like that. You know how talented Libra is. Best writer that we have. She has made the company great fortune before, and she will again if things have passed. You can't just fire her like that.
Look, I understand what you're saying perfectly. How long have you been working with her? Right, almost 10 years. I know how hard it is to part with someone who's been working with 10 years. But this is what we have to do. If she stays, then the whole company will be ripped to pieces. How would we live then? The company has decided she must go. And if you keep resisting, we might have to print the same agreements for you as well. You are a sensible person, Karen. You need to live too. The company is actually considering to give you a promotion and a raise. You could be very successful in this company, I'm saying. But if we leave Libra there, then we would all get unemployed. You know what it is best to do. You know what is best for you and the company. So make your own choice.
Oh, hey, Libra. So much going on right now, right? Maybe we should go out for a dinner tonight. That restaurant we always go to. You know, we do need to give ourselves a break from time to time.
Let me see that contract.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do. Just let me see it.
This is not the end yet.
I don't think dinner will work. It's probably best for you and the company to stay away from someone like me. Being seen with me could ruin your chances. Especially your chance with our raise and promotion.
The company and I, as her long-term friend and editor, are very disappointed and upset by this. The words with which she accused our supporters of justice are beyond offensive and intolerable. We're deeply sorry having to part with her, but personal emotions cannot be taken into consideration when we are trying to make the right decision.
Ho! In the name of Themis, goddess of justice, what is your name?
Frank?
Well, Frank, a few months ago, you have unlawfully intruded the family of completely innocent and harmless people. You have took their wealth by those filthy hands. Wealth that was never brought by those hands. And never mean to be brought to thee. Well, but it is not material wealth that you have took from them, but also their hope. You have forged the rope around their neck. Well, you have to pay for it. In the name of Themis, the goddess of justice. Do you have any objections?
I knew this day would come, one way or another. I deny nothing. Do as you wish.
Well then, I sentence thee to die. This is for the father. This is for the mother. This is for the son. For justice!
For justice!
Justice, hey, what's up? You good?
No, nothing, just that. I've been thinking, when do you think the police will get us?
Police? That bunch of useless retards? Them get us? They don't even dare to. Look, if they do, we're gonna finish them off too, yeah? We're only doing the thing that they didn't do. We did nothing wrong.
But is it really justice, though? I mean, I killed. It's lynching.
What are you gonna do? Follow the woman's footsteps? The woman that betrayed us? You're gonna do what she did? You started it. We're gonna do what we deserve. Okay?
No, I'm not saying that you're like.
Look! They deserve it, and we didn't do anything. This is the justice we're looking after. You see that guy? Beat me over? He didn't get what he deserved, and you and I, we're gonna go beat him up after tomorrow. Because the justice, it hasn't been served. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
Libra, are you alright? It's me, I'm Karen.
Karen.
What happened to your eyes? And your face? I have to take you to the hospital.
Don't worry about me. I can see Karen. And I can see clearer than ever. Justice. What an idea. What an idea. Why have we given it such a name? Never will we be able to truly grasp it. Not while our hands are covered with the grease of money, power, and desire. We could never leave ourselves behind. You see, Karen, we be us as long as we live. No justice for us. No such a thing as true justice for us.
Libra, just calm down, okay? Everything will be alright. Just take a deep breath. You're not feeling well. I don't understand your words.
Of course you don't understand. It's all distorted. Language distorts. The listeners never only want to be the listeners. Always they take themselves into the meaning, into the language. There's always the presence of the self. That is what separates us.
But I'm here with you, Libra. Just hang on. The ambulance is coming. The doctors will get you.
Take care of my body? That is what my mind relies on, isn't it? The mind can never escape from the body. It's always the medium in which it is embedded. Nothing can escape the distortion of the medium. Nothing is right once it is expressed through a medium. Language and meaning, the mind and the body, justice and whoever tries to express it. But I have it burnt now.
Burnt what?
The book. My book. The manuscript.
Manuscripts?
It's all burned. It's all gone and burned. But manuscripts don't burn.
Yes, manuscripts don't burn.
Far away in the land of Galway.
Some good news, her life is not in danger. However, I'm afraid that she might not be able to see again. Also, her face is badly ruined. Some inflammation on her hands. We might have to cut her hands off.
After she woke up that day, she told me that 7 years ago, when Babylonian climbed the tower to find God, the moment she touched the sky, she was transported back to the Babylon again. She said heaven is with sinners, and so is hell. That was the last time she opened her mouth.
Follow me, she said, to Atlantis. Follow me to the land of ancient dreams. Across the valley of the brave, the hills of tide-warm graves, to the gates of heavens and the tower to the sky. You said you would bring back scriptures long forgotten and treasures lost to time, and piece together the puzzle of history's mysterious strands. So come with me, my love, to where the ocean meets the sky. And there we stand on the shores of a distant land.
in the land of Galway, far up high, where the winds blow close to yesterday, there lived a sailor whose eyes were blue as the sea. There was a lover whose call